This video is brought to you by my lovely patrons on Patreon. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Anina, Clay, Mariah, Maddie, Idalis, Dre, Thomas, Tara, Zoe, Zuzia, Ainsley, Sabine, Devilina, Jimma, Bailey, Azzy, Jacqueline, Monica, Jordan, Green, Lizzie, Willow, Danny, Blessing Avery, Maddie, Alexia, B, Max, T, Taylor, M, Lovely, Camiel, Antonina, Anna, Valen, Ali, Obsessed, Brianna, Maria, Nicole, Carnations, Kristen, Chappie, Kayla, Tequila, Irene, Autumn, Emily, Sarah, Vanessa, Nini, Nura, and Kibbs. If you would like to support this channel and get some pretty cool perks like weekly audios and weekly novel readings, the link is in the description. No, not the blue shell. Not the blue shell. Not the blue shell. No. Ah. Wow. I cannot believe that I just got bodied in the last 10 seconds. And frankly, I have to say, I want to be mad. I want to sit here and be upset, but congratulations. You absolutely deserve that win. That is insane. You are magnificent. Well, sure, you got lucky, but you executed it at the perfect time. You didn't let go of it too late. You didn't let go of it too early. So congrats. A well-deserved win. I do believe that is the best of 7 tiebreakers, so no more Mario Kart unless you want to do another best of 7. Okay. All right, I get it. Yeah, we can do it, and yes, we can order something from somewhere. But before we do that, I have to get something off of my chest. No, it's nothing bad. I promise it's nothing bad. But it is actually kind of serious, and well, actually, it's very serious, and it is very, very important. Yeah. So, do you mind if I come sit down next to you? No, yeah, absolutely. We are getting that serious right now. I wish I was overselling it, but I'm not. So, hi. I don't know why I'm nervous. I shouldn't be nervous because it's you, but this is something that's gonna change the direction of everything, possibly. And you're the first person that I'm telling about this, even over mom, even over dad, even over Jeremy. Well, yeah, you know that. With Jeremy, it's different. Usually I don't intend on telling Jeremy these things, but Jeremy just kind of gets it out of me somehow. So, yeah. You've been in conversation with that man. He is the most persuasive human being in the entire world. It's ridiculous. Either that or the person who just wears you down and keeps going at you until you divulge the secret. Either way, it's impressive. But no. You're the first person I am telling about this because you are the only person who really knows about it and the whole situation that's going on right now, or at least the start of it. Okay, I know I'm stalling a little bit, but it is important. I know I'm just nervous. I am. So here's a question that I have to ask you. Do you remember something along the title of along the lines of the Backroads demos? yeah, that was a year ago, a decent amount of time, but that was back in the day where I was wanting to pursue music in university. I don't know why I'm giving you the background on it. You know this, but do you remember the whole thing? I know it was only a year ago, but I'm kind of trying to set the stage a little bit. Where for a month, that was all we did. We would go to classes, do our schoolwork, go to work, and then come back to my little tiny apartment on campus. And I would just sit there with my guitar and my keyboard, and I would make music. And you would sit there and you would tell me which tracks were great, which ones were terrible. I would write songs. You would tell me which lyrics were good, which lyrics were like the worst things you've ever heard. Looking back on it, I can't believe I even wrote some of those down, putting pen to paper. Which also, thank you for not judging me for being one of the only people who writes actual lyrics out. Yeah. And and so we made the Backroads demo tape. And you were very, very, very insistent on me sending it out and getting it out there. And I was super duper duper not on that bag. I guess I had been told so many times in the past, because as you know, like, we'd never met in high school or elementary, in school in general, primary school. So yeah, I wasn't really surrounded by a lot of support when it came to music. Like, I knew I was good, but there was this constant idea of you have to be great in order to actually succeed in the field. And a lot of people were very willing to tell me that I was great for where I was in a really small Midwest town, but I was not great in the grand scheme of things. And after you get told that a certain amount of time, I don't think it diminishes your passion for what you're doing, but it certainly diminishes your confidence in what you're doing, or your ability to put it out there for other people to hear. Well, yeah, I put it out there for you to hear because, if I didn't put it out there for you to hear, you would literally like castrate me and be like, hey, you got to show me what exactly you're doing here. And if you don't, I'm going to just, I don't know, but probably withhold friendship from me or something like that. Maybe like cancel out of our Monday night movie nights or something like that. But no, you were also the only person I truly felt comfortable in showing, because you caught me singing that one time in the middle of my apartment, and I didn't realize I was singing that loud because I had earbuds on and you were like, oh my God, you sound amazing. And that was like, and you just kind of gushed about it for like 10 minutes. And that was the best compliment I've ever received on anything musical that I've ever done. So you were the person who I felt most comfortable exhibiting my creativity around. Really, you were. But just because I was comfortable exhibiting it around you, that doesn't necessarily mean I was comfortable exhibiting it around anyone else. But something happened. No, hey, stop. No, don't jump to any conclusions, because we got to get there together. This is important. So about a month ago, I was kind of laying in my bed, and I was thinking about the future a lot. And I've had those thoughts before, but not as incessantly as that night. They came up like constantly. I couldn't stop thinking about the future. And listen, do I love teaching? Yes, it is something that I absolutely adore doing. I love working with kids, and I love helping out children in reaching their max potential and making learning fun. That is something that I adore. But I had to come to Jesus moment, I guess, or whatever you want to call it, where I was like, is this what I want to do for my 20s and 30s and 40s? Is this how I want to live my life, being a teacher? And I had convinced myself up until that point that that I was totally satisfied in doing that for those years of my life. And then some mental barrier just broke in my brain, and I came to the realization that I'm absolutely not okay with that. Like at all. I want to be doing something, like I love teaching, but I'm not necessarily passionate about teaching. It is something that it fulfills my soul and all of that stuff, but there is a lack of like organic passion there for it. So, I did a thing where I sent out my demo tape that night, because I knew if I didn't do it that night, I was going to lose all of my nerve in the morning. I sent out my demo tape in MP4 file, or WAV file, of course. I don't know why I said MP4. We always do WAV. To a bunch of different indie record labels. And I did that, and it was kind of like a thing where I woke up the next morning where I was like, whoa, what happened? It was almost like I was off some type of booze, but I wasn't, obviously. And that was that for a while. I did it, and, that is such an insane way of trying to get noticed nowadays by anyone or anything. And, most people do independent stuff. TikTok is huge. You can blow up your platform there. So I just did it, and I was like, you know what? I'm more satisfied in the fact that I was able to get out of my shell and share this with actual people that I care about their opinion. I'm not saying I don't care about your opinion, but I know I'm uncertain of what their opinion would be of me. So I did that, and nothing happened. And then 2 days ago, yes, 2 days ago while you were on vacation, this is true. I got a email to my professional business email, quote unquote, saying that there is a label in Nashville called Bubblegum Records, and they would like for me to come down there and maybe have a meeting to see if they want to sign me. Yeah. I'm being so incredibly for real right now. They have a thing where they are going to have one of their main headlining artists that are signed to them go on tour, and they already have one of the opening spots available for the tour, but the other one, they thought that they wanted to inject some new blood into the concerts, so they wanted to do someone super fresh, and they were thinking that maybe they could release my EP and I could go on a little opening tour. Yeah, they really, 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 really liked me. Yeah, I'm done. You can hug me. Oh my God. Hi. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. It is the I don't know how I have been able to keep it to myself all this time, but oh my God, right? That is completely insane. I cannot believe this happened. I cannot believe it's happening. I don't even know what to do with myself. I've literally just been pacing around my apartment for the past however long it's been, and I'm freaking out internally, but also I wanted to tell everyone, but I knew I couldn't tell anyone until I told you, and telling you over the phone wouldn't be the correct reaction that I wanted. I had to tell you in person, so I had to wait for you to get back. It's all crazy. It's all insane. Yeah. And now that you know that, I would like to bring up something else to you. Yeah. No, the story and the conversation isn't over, I guess, there. We can celebrate after this by downing whatever we want. We deserve it at this point. But I have a question for you. And this question also comes along with a little bit of a confession, if you will. Yeah. No, you're right. We are about to go back into serious mode, unfortunately. Trust me, hopefully after this goes well, I hope it goes well, we can go back to kidding around mode. But right now, this is definitely serious mode. So, this first part isn't really too scary because I think you would be interested in the first place. Would you want to come down with me to Nashville? Yeah, they actually did set me up with like a hotel room, and I did ask if I could bring someone, and they did make it a 2-bedroom thing, and I very much had you in mind. I know, like my family is awesome and they're great and I appreciate them, but they really weren't super supportive of me going on this endeavor and trying to make my passion my career. The only person in my life that has ever done that is you. And I couldn't imagine being there to succeed in that endeavor with anyone other than you. And I guess that's as good of a transition as I'm going to get into my other point. Yeah. Oh, you think you're nervous? I am literally shaking. Like, feel my hand. Literally shaking. Okay. So I couldn't have done this without you and your support. And I really, 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 really like you. I really, really, really like you. And not in the way of I appreciate having you around, and obviously all of these things are true, but not in the way of, oh, you are one of the best friends that I could ever have, although that is true. In the way of, I think from the moment we started talking, I have been enamored with you as a human being. That is crazy to get out there. I got that out there, and I got the music thing out there, and I can see you wanting to respond, but I do have a couple more things to say. I not only with music, but just kind of in general. I as I said, I love my parents and stuff, and I love my friends from home, but I not only in music, but in basically everything else other than just general appreciation, didn't get support to do the things that I loved, or just support in general from the people that I was close with and the people that are supposed to give you support. And you helped show me what that type of appreciation, and even if it's platonic, love is supposed to feel like and supposed to seem like, and how it's supposed to be given and how it's supposed to be taken. And that's something that I didn't know before I met you. And you light up the room every single time you come into it. And you have lit up my life for the past very long time. Like, what has it been? Like 4-5 years? You have. And I tried to kind of push the feelings down, because I was like, okay, who knows? You could possibly just be experiencing something completely new that has to do with affection, and you could be projecting all of your emotions of never feeling that way onto her. And if you're doing that, that's kind of scuzzbag behavior. But I can confidently say that after knowing you for this long, I am not doing that. I really do appreciate every single thing about you. And you know, that's the thing. I did have a conversation with Jeremy about something, an unnamed person, mind you. And he told me, he was like, listen, do you appreciate everything about her? Do you love essentially everything about her? And I said, yeah. I know that's a crazy thing to say. I know that is an insane thing to say. But even things that in other people I generally wouldn't be drawn to, I'm drawn to about you, because there's a reason behind it. I know the reason behind it, and I know it's out of good faith, and everything about you makes me smile. I can't go a single day without thinking about what if our relationship was not more than what it is right now. And so I would like to invite you to come to Nashville with me, not only as my best friend, but also as my girlfriend. And listen, if that's too much for you, I understand. I totally get it. I'm not trying to force. And if you need time to think about, hey, this is, oh man. So I'm assuming a hug means yes, right? Because this is the best hug that I've ever received. Yeah, it's amazing. You're amazing. And I meant every single thing that I said. I'm so glad you feel the same way. I was really nervous about telling you the music thing, but obviously this one is much farther up the ladder of nerves than that was. Okay, yeah, no, you can ask me anything. Obviously, I just put you through all that. Okay. Oh man, you got me. You absolutely got me. What are you thinking? Because me personally, you were gonna let me choose anyways? I am the music boy, so I guess that does make sense. We are celebrating on behalf of my occasion of A, going down to Nashville with you, and B, finally getting the nuts to tell you that I think you are wonderful. Okay. I'm feeling maybe euros. How do you feel about euros? All right, let's do it. I will get my phone. I will get my phone to order. You get the menu pulled up, and we'll meet back here in 5 minutes. All right, sounds good. Oh, and one more thing. Sorry, I had to do it. I don't want our first one to be right now. I kind of maybe have that planned out for Nashville, but don't tell anyone that, especially you, even though anyways, I'm going to go now before I dig myself an even deeper hole. Bye.